Often resentment is difficult to recognize right away. People can hide their true feelings behind a polite smile or a neutral tone. But if you look closely, you can always notice subtle but clear signs that indicate that a person dislikes you. In this text, we'll break down 2 key signs of latent dislike, and we'll turn to the wisdom of George Washington, one of the greatest leaders in history, to understand how to handle these situations and stay true to your principles. First sign, passive-aggressive behavior. When a person dislikes you, they rarely express it directly. Instead, passive-aggressive behavior manifests itself. Sarcastic comments, barbs, inappropriate jokes, or excessive criticism. Such people may deliberately delay complying with requests, ignore your words, or pretend they didn't hear you. Case in point, imagine a colleague who smiles at you in front of everyone, but emphasizes your mistakes in meetings, even the most minor ones. This is a typical example of passive aggression, what George Washington would advise. Washington believed in the power of self-control and respect, even for those who don't share your views. He wrote, "Be calm in your words and actions, especially with those who try to hurt you." This thought reminds us that it is important to maintain our dignity and not stoop to the level of provocateurs. The second sign, avoidance and neglect. Another obvious sign of latent resentment is avoidance. A person tries to minimize interaction with you, reluctantly supports the conversation, or avoids eye contact. In conversation, such people often brush off your suggestions or comments, showing a hidden disdain. Case in point, you invite an acquaintance to a meeting, and he every time finds excuses not to come. Or, being in the same company, this person prefers to socialize with anyone but you. George Washington's wisdom. Washington wrote, "Leadership requires the ability to see not only what is on the surface, but also what is hidden beneath the mask." These words can be applied to any situation where it is important to recognize the true motives of those around you. If you notice avoidance, don't insist. Give the person space, but be aware of their future behavior. How to respond to latent resentment. Taking inspiration from George Washington's example, there are 3 key principles that will help you deal with the rejection of others. Remain calm. Never respond to passive aggression with aggression. Staying calm is your strength. Focus on your goals. Don't let negativity distract you from what is important. Respect yourself and others. Even if someone shows dislike for you, don't lose your dignity. George Washington. An example of wise leadership, Washington was not only an outstanding leader, but also a man who deeply understood the nature of human relationships. He knew that understanding and approval may not always be found in the world, but he believed that dignity and honesty should always come first. A true leader is never afraid of being misunderstood. He knows that his actions speak louder than words. These words from Washington remind us that it is important to stay true to your principles, even if there are those around you who do not support or accept you. Recognizing hidden resentment is an important skill that will help you maintain emotional balance and build self-confidence. By being inspired by George Washington's wise thoughts, you can become stronger, wiser, and more resilient in the face of any challenge. Remember, other people's negative attitudes are their problem, not yours. Maintain your dignity, focus on your goals, and follow the example of great leaders like George Washington. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments and subscribe to GreatsQuotes channel. See you in new videos.